Hello students, how are you today? Welcome back to our English lessons. I hope you are happy, healthy and fine and ready to learn English with me. Today we are going to learn about passive voice. You know what is passive voice? In Indonesia we call it kalimat pasif. So in this chapter we are going to learn how to describe something or how to make sentences using passive voice. Nah, ini yang kita pelajari ya. Kita akan belajar tentang kalimat pasif. This text is taken from your book. We are going to read this text together, students. Pempek is a very popular food from the South Sumatra. It is made of fish and tapioca starch. Fish, tapioca starch, and water are mixed to make thick dough in different shape and size. The dough is boiled until it floats. The cooked pempek is then deep fried. Pempek is served with very thin sauces called cuko. Cuko is made of water, palm sugar, chili, garlic, tamarind, and salt. Next, kerupuk are very crunchy crackers. Different kinds of crackers are easily found everywhere in Indonesia. It is made of tapioca starch. It is flavored with fish, shrimp, or garlic. Kerupuk is shaped in thin pieces. The pieces of kerupuk are dried under the sun until it is completely dry and hard. Very dry kerupuk is deep fried in hot oil. Some kinds of crackers are fried in very hot sands. Students, sekarang coba perhatikan kata-kata yang dicetak tebal. Pay attention to the bold type words here. It is, pada bacaan yang pertama tadi, it is made of fish and tapioca starch, terbuat dari ikan dan sari tapioka. And then fish, tapioca starch and water are mixed, dicampur. And then in different shape and size the dough is boiled. Dalam berbagai bentuk dan ukuran adonannya dididihkan. The cooked pempek is then deep fried, digoreng. Pempek is served, disajikan. Nah, ini adalah contoh-contoth kalimat pasif, students. Nah, bagian ini juga, different kinds of cracker are easily found, mudah ditemukan. It is made of, terbuat dari. It is flavored with, diberi rasa. Kerupuk is shaped, dibentuk. The pieces of kerupuk are dried. Kerupuk tadi dikeringkan and so on. Jadi itu kalimat pasif. Kalimat pasif itu yang seharusnya itu jadi objek di dalam kalimat aktif menjadi subjek pada kalimat pasif. Dalam bahasa Indonesia itu kita mengenal kalimat pasif itu objeknya menerima perlakuan sesuatu. For example, kalau kalimat aktif saya memberikan buku kepada si A. Kalau kalimat pasif si A diberikan buku atau buku diberikan kepada si A. Nah, itu kalimat pasif, students. Here we have another conversation. Ini ada percakapan lagi. Let us read this together. This awesome gift was given to me by my friend. What do you think? Wow, that looks nice. What is it called? Is that made in Indonesia? Yes, I was given by a friend from Indonesia. This item is called an angklung. Angklung is a musical instrument from the Sundanese culture of West Java. It is made of bamboo. It is used to play not only traditional but also modern music. Nah, dalam dialog ini ada kata-kata yang dicetak tebal. Itu perhatikan, itu kalimat pasif. The gift, this awesome gift was given to me. Hadiahnya ini diberikan kepada saya oleh teman saya. What is it called? Disebut apa? Is that made in Indonesia? Apakah dibuat di Indonesia? Yes, I was given by a friend from Indonesia. Ya, saya diberi oleh teman dari Indonesia. I was given. This item is called an angklung. Barang ini disebut angklung. Nah, kata-kata yang dicetak tebal itu menunjukkan kalimat pasif. Ya. Another dialogue. Students, whenever I read a dialogue or a text, please try to imitate, try to repeat after me. At least you yourself can listen to your own voice to practice how to pronounce the sentences or the words correctly. Jadi sama-sama kita belajar ya. Jangan hanya membaca dalam hati. English is need to be practiced. Bahasa Inggris itu harus dilatih, Oke, kita baca yang berikut ini. The cloak looks beautiful. Is it made in Indonesia? Yes, it is a traditional cloak from Batak culture, North Sumatra. It is called an ulos. How do they wear it and when? It is worn by men and women in a ceremonial event like wedding and funerals. It is usually draped over one shoulder. Sometimes it is worn to cover both shoulders. What is it made of? Ulos is made of cotton thread. The thread is woven by hand. Kata-kata yang dicetak tebal itu juga menunjukkan kalimat yang pasif atau passive voice. Is it made in Indonesia? Apakah terbuat di Indonesia? It is called an ulos. Itu disebut ulos. Ya, and so on. Coba pelajari lagi, students. So, what is passive voice? A passive voice construction occurs when you make the object of an action into the subject of a sentence. Ya, jadi kalau di dalam kalimat aktif, saya tadi udah menerangkan, Ani memberi buku kepada Budi. Budinya itu objek. Tapi kalau kalimat pasif, Budi ditaruh di depan. Budi diberikan buku oleh Ani. Something like that. A passive construction occurs when you make the object of an action into the subject of a sentence. That is, whoever and whatever is performing the action is not the grammatical subject of the sentence. Ya, jadi yang melakukan itu bukan subjeknya. Bahkan kadang-kadang kita tidak perlu menyebutkan subjeknya. Contohnya, the door is closed. Pintunya tertutup. Nah, itu kalimat pasif. We do not need to know, kita tidak perlu tahu who closed the door. Siapa yang menutup pintu. Ya. Itu kalimat pasifnya. The door is closed. It is made in Indonesia. Contoh lagi, some flowers are planted by my parents. Ada beberapa bunga yang ditanam oleh orang tua saya. Ya. My phone was stolen. Telepon saya atau HP saya tercuri. Nah, itu. Next. Apa bedanya active voice and passive voice? Tadi udah beberapa kali menjelaskan. Coba perhatikan di sini. Kalau kalimat aktif, subjek yang merah tadi ya, itu di depan. Anna painted the house. Kalau dijadikan kalimat pasif menjadi the house was painted by Anna. Berikutnya, the teacher always answer the students' questions. Subjeknya di sini the teacher. Kalau dijadikan kalimat passive, the students' question are answered by the teacher. Oke, jadi dibalik ya. Next, contoh berikutnya. Ali posted the video online. Kalimat pasifnya, the video was posted online by Ali. Ya. Itu perbedaan antara active voice and passive voice. Kalimat aktif dan kalimat pasif. Active voice tell us what a person or thing does. Kalau kalimat aktif itu menceritakan apa yang dikerjakan oleh seseorang. The subject perform an action. Subjeknya itu mengerjakan sesuatu. Tapi kalau the passive voice, it tell us what is done to someone or something. Itu lebih menceritakan apa yang telah dilakukan, ya, apa yang telah dilakukan terhadap seseorang atau sesuatu. Nah, next, rumusnya apa, Mem? Kalau passive voice rumusnya subjek yang tadi subjek diikuti to be diikuti verb bentuk ketiga. Oke, subjek diikuti to be diikuti verb bentuk ketiga. Contohnya, the novel ini subjek was read. To be-nya was, participalnya itu read. This film wasn't liked. The window has been broken. Perhatikan students, kalau kalimat passive itu to be-nya mengikuti tenses yang digunakan. Ya, coba perhatikan. Kalau present tense, ya kita udah pernah belajar tenses ya, 12 tenses. I hope you still remember about tenses. Ya, contohnya tenses simple present tense. He receives a letter. Dia menerima surat. Kalau dijadikan passive voice, a letter is received by him. Surat itu diterima oleh dia. Oke. Kalau present continuous, he is receiving a letter. Dia sedang menerima surat. Kalau kalimat pasifnya, a letter is being received by him. Suratnya sedang diterima. Kalau past tense misalnya, he received a letter. Passive voice-nya, a letter was received. Jadi to be yang ada di passive voice itu mengikuti pola kalimatnya ya, mengikuti pola kalimatnya. Selalu tadi subjek to be plus verb 3. Kata kerja bentuk ketiga. Ya, ini contoh-contohnya. I do my homework. Itu kalimat aktif. Kalau dijadikan kalimat pasif, my homework is done. Coba perhatikan, my homework yang tadinya objek menjadi subjek. My homework is done. Diikuti to be present, diikuti kata kerja bentuk ketiga dari do. Oke. Ya. Well, students, I think kalian perlu berlatih lagi. Kita akan latihan untuk membuat kalimat pasif. So, coba pelajari sekali lagi dan buat catatan dari apa yang Mem sudah jelaskan. Kemudian catatanmu difoto, kemudian diupload di Google Classroom. Ya. And then kalian buat 5 kalimat passive voice. Oke? Dalam you can describe something around you. Kamu bisa menjelaskan sesuatu yang ada di sekitar kalian. That's up to you. But describe it using passive voice. I think that's all. Have a nice day, students. God bless you. Bye bye.